So, as we say, here we are.
We're back.
Yes, we're back. And indeed, we were stretching and exercising to get ourselves all ready for this. And that's fine, because, there's a limited amount of time. You want to be somewhat economical on this. This is the second Sunday in Advent, and I've been to church. Paul's been to work. Paul's come home. Now you're off tomorrow.
Tuesday.
Oh, you work tomorrow. Yeah.
I go back to the.
He's
to
usually
tomorrow.
he's usually off on Monday, but he's off. He works tomorrow, right? And then he's off Tuesday, and then so after that he doesn't know quite yet. So we'll see. And still, that's what Paul will be doing. I will be horsing around with this device, probably. Ideally, I should be horsing around with my reading materials and
You're going to be on this tomorrow.
Well, seeking the extended peace of God that, as Paul points out, I probably will be horsing with this. So, there we go. Now, I did have a conversation today. Well, I got a relatively good friend to watch some of the Peterson videos, which I've been, talking up.
Peterson Farm.
Yes, the Peterson Farm Brothers videos. And some of the stuff Paul and I have done. And I haven't heard back, but it's hard to tell what will happen with this guy. I mean, he's a good guy, but you never know. And then my son has done a bit of a continuing education unit course, and he sent me a download about what he did. That was yesterday. He sent me that, and so I've read through some of that, and it's great, and it has to do with piecing together Washington's first inaugural address from fragments. I mean, the guy didn't write it down in a full manuscript. He wrote it down on like what amounts to menus, and or letters or fragments, and since people were so obsessed with his autograph, they got dispersed. So what's happened is this Allen fellow has pieced the stuff together. Now, it occurs to me that given the problem with historical research in terms of trying to do documents, this is actually a type of a foreshadowing of the problem of how historical research will be done in the future, given the massive dependence on what happened on the internet. Oh, I sent this guy an email and this and that and the other, and yet the emails have vanished. They're electrons. They've been dispersed. So here is a guy trying to piece together fragments, written fragments. And in the future, historians will be trying to piece together electron fragments. I love history, and I thought serious about trying to do this for a professional living at some point. But I'm glad I'm not going to be confronted with this problem, given,
all the archival stuff off of the computer.
Well, yes, but see, then that deteriorates. This isn't like Kodachrome that works for 500 years. These are digits on magnetic thing. Magnets happen. The Earth's a magnet. Magnets come in. There goes There goes some of your digits. So you've got to have the backup, and of course then there's this whole thing about that was part of the whole repeater problem in the Atlantic cables that went across the Atlantic. How do you adjust for repeated data loss, and how do you filter out this stuff? So anyway, it's a lot simpler just to have a piece of paper in your hand that said George Washington said this, But apparently this fellow didn't have that. So it's a foreshadowing of a problem that's going to be more
from another person's
opinion
is actually what was seen written.
Yes, more prominent. So there we are. And now, so I talked to my ex-wife today. Now, you've not heard about my ex-wife. And she's considerably older than I am. She's 16 years older. And we talk pretty much every day. Well, not so much now that I've gotten this device, as I like to say. And we talk. And her interests today were chiropractors saying, well, she doesn't have a computer. She's had various computers, but then she's eschewed them for various reasons. She doesn't like how they work, or they don't like her, or they crash, or whatever. Anyway, so she's been getting stuff from chiropractors that say, let's save folks from hypothyroidism with electric machines.
Oh, just getting junk mail.
Well, yes, obviously junk mail. So, okay, so that's just nonsense. And then, but more seriously and legitimately, we talked about language as an extracorporeal entity. Not so much a tool within your own brain, but language itself almost taking on a life in and of itself outside your own brain. And this is particularly germane to how we are using the computer today, right now. I could be sitting here reading you a text, but I'm not. I'm speaking off the cuff. I could be talking to you about my Greek New Testament, which I spent a lot of time with this morning, but I'm not. But these are all languages. These are all human constructs. But are they human constructs, or did they spring somehow effloresce from something intrinsic in the human mind that God has created? So we don't know that. We don't know that. And linguists have been horsing with this for a number of years. And the left-wing linguists have their theories, and the right-wing linguists have their theories. And how much is human will involved, and how much is human will not involved? How much is, sort of evolutionary interaction with other societies involved? This is the kind of thing you puzzle over, and there's no easy answers. There's no easy. My own sense is that language determines how we think about problems, and that's one reason why, as I stood at the communion rail today, I said to God, don't let this thing become an idolatrous obsession with me. Now, yeah, it has been almost. It's been a near call. It's been a near thing. It's been a near run thing. So, still, here I am. So talk about sinning while I'm talking about it, right? So, my machine decided to try to shut itself. It didn't like it. It's shutting itself down. So anyway, so we'll shut down here in a minute. Now, so my ex-wife said that she wanted to come up and make a video with me, and maybe me and Paul together. And I think that would be, and I think that'd be great. And of course, she seems to have problems trying to have. Well, it's hard to see for her because she's got this retina thing in one eye, and of course they've installed a lot of these, you know, DOT friendly intersections where everything has to be right angled. So a straight line road that used to have the same name now switches off, and this. Well, see, that's the government helping you, isn't it? That's the government helping you, and once again, you know, our tax dollars at work. So there we are. I'm going to hang up now because, well, I'm funeralizing again tomorrow on Monday. You know, I'm speaking on Sunday, December 9th. Funeralizing. I don't know if I'm going to be reading or not. I haven't been asked, but you always have to hold yourself in readiness. Well, you do.
Are you going to a funeral?
Yeah, I'm going to go to the funeral. I mean, there's sometimes they want you to do a bunch of stuff. So now, see, here's the black box I was telling you about, Paul. So I'm going to turn this off, and that's about it. Watch the Peterson brothers, because that's where God interacts with the world in the right way. Alrighty. And then I'll talk about Advent later here next, couple of days or something. Advent's very strange to me. Well, it was. It's not so much now, but it was. So that's what will be the next topic. Alrighty. Bye-bye.